Seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where.
Hi friends, how are y'all doing? So it is Sunday, the 23rd, July 23rd. Hang on, let me grab my coffee. Got my coffee, it's cold. I'm gonna finish it anyway. Doesn't taste great, but I'm hungry. So normally I would be going to church at this time. Not going to church. I would be in church at this time. And I told my mom that I would be in church, and I feel kind of guilty for not going to church. But I'm just not up to it. So I know, like, mentally, I need to get out of the house for my mental well-being. And like, I can make all the excuses in the world to not get out of the house, but some of them really are valid, like the excessive heat. I can't really tell you exactly where I live, but in order to get to my parents, I have to drive on a highway that they go 75 miles an hour, and I'm not comfortable with that. I have to merge onto a highway, and the Texas highways are stupid. I have to be on a highway that's 75 miles an hour, and I just can't go that speed. And then I have to merge onto another highway that's 75 miles an hour. People are supposed to be going 60 in the construction zone, but they don't. And there's no shoulder right now on the part that I'm really concerned about. So it's kind of like a take your life into your own hands situation. And I just don't feel safe, because the highway that you have to merge onto, they have you merging in the fast lane. So imagine being scared and then having to be even more scared before you get to your final destination. And I'm just like, no, I can't emotionally deal with that right now, because Mark and Kate have been gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This is the 5th day, and I've kind of been alone. I mean, I have driven home from the airport I went with my friend twice. I haven't been, I mean, I've walked outside, played with the dogs. I haven't been completely alone, but, you know, I'm feeling like starved for human connection. I feel like I'm rambling, babbling, rambling. So I put you in my kitchen counter because I'm hungry. And I've been trying to think, what do I want? Do I want eggs? No. Do I want cereal? I kind of want cereal, but there's really no cereal. We have, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 boxes, but it's not the cereal that I want to eat. Excuse me. I don't really want the granola with almond milk. So I'm like, what am I going to eat? So even though Mark and Kate are not here, I kind of want pancakes. So I could either make pancakes from scratch, which is no big deal, or I could just use the box. So I think I'm going to just use the box, make myself some pancakes, and yep, we'll do it together. So I need 1 2/3 cup of water or milk. Let's open it up and see how it looks. I think the spots are just sprinkles. I don't know what that is. So these two things were in the box. Heat skillet over medium-high heat or griddle. Stir Dunkaroos pancake mix and water or milk with fork in a bowl. Pour. Okay, top with frosting. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to use this, but I am going to make this. So this is going to be, I mean, you can't eat this if you're a diabetic, and I shouldn't be eating this either. We'll see. It's a big old stack of pancakes. Oh, Leila. Just did something horrifically stupid. This is a big old stack of pancakes, and it wasn't the stack I was planning on eating. Okay? Just so you know, I poured maple syrup all over the stack of pancakes I was not planning on eating, which just goes to show you where my head is right now. I don't know. Let's try this again. Now what am I going to do with all that mess? Okay, so I'm sitting in now it's the computer room. It used to be Preston's room. And I'm a stack of pancakes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you're curious. And that better? I just want to read you something. Now this is what Wendy from the Unexpected Gypsy said. She said, "Thank you. So what's going to be in this video then? Not entirely sure because I'm not entirely with it, which is completely allowed around here. So if you're not as well as if you're not as well, I know you know we're in good company. And I definitely need to have a little tidier and an organized." Okay, so let's listen to what she says.
So what's going to be in this video then? I'm not entirely sure because I'm not entirely with it, which is completely allowed around here. So if you're not as well, I know, you know, we're in good company. And I definitely need to have a little tidier and...
So yeah, if you're not entirely with it, neither am I. And neither is Wendy. So we're all good. I'm going to sit here. I'm not going to watch Wendy. I'm sorry, Wendy. Not that she watches me. She has 143,000 subscribers now. Well deserved, well earned. She's completely adorable. If you don't ever watch her, you need to go check her out. The Unexpected Gypsy. But I'm gonna vid it. I'm gonna edit my video while I'm sitting here eating. Well, let's take our first bite together. See, I'm not entirely with it. As you can see, my fork is covered in syrup. And I can't stand to have dirty hands. It's like, ugh. Let me put it down so I can cut it. Are you with it? If you are, what is your secret? Especially in these last days. It's delicious. It tastes like any other pancake. You don't taste the sprinkles. It's good. I would recommend. But I am going to go wash my fork off and wash my hands so I can eat this without feeling like I want to hurt somebody. This is how pancakes should be served. Can you tell I'm in a foul mood now? I better turn the camera off. So these are the pancakes I have left. I'm still hungry, but I don't want any more of these pancakes. So, yeah. Maybe I'll give them to the dogs. Is it hot out there? Yeah. I don't know why she gets in Red's bed. Doesn't fit her. Almond. Oh yes, I believe I will have some of that. It's quite delicious. Oh, it fell down. Look, see? Look, it fell down. She's a lab. She's not very smart. Well, she's not full lab. As you can tell, she looks like a greyhound or very tall, a very tall type of dog. They're making short work of it. They don't get fat. Well, I guess some dogs do get fat. It's all gone. Look. I'm gonna need to mop the floor. No, I don't want to say cheese. I want to say pancakes. Can you say pancakes? Leila, stop. Anyway, I've been working on the videos. I've been putting them on the computer and editing them. And you saw me make all those pancakes and still didn't know what to do with them, so I've given like three or four to the dogs. I did go outside this morning and empty the compost and empty the bucket, the water bucket. And so I'm noticing I haven't done a vlog series. I mean, I did do a vlog series in April, but I didn't feel this uncomfortable looking at myself in April. I don't even want to publish these videos, to be honest with you. And it's not just because you've seen me with the frizzy curly hair in the morning, although, but I mean, that's what I look like, right? Like in the wild, that's what I look like. And it's not that, it's a couple things. So number one is I've gained more weight. I mean, really, you can see I'm not on a diet, right? But you can also see that I'm not eating like McDonald's every day and bags of licorice or whatever. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now. But, I mean, I'm not eating those things, but you know what I'm saying. But I'm not eating a salad for every single meal, you know. I just feel, I'm just like not happy with the way I look, period. And I just don't want, do I really want that out there on the internet? But then again, it's like, we just don't look like we used to as a society. Like, being thin is an exception to the rule, and it's gotta be our food. It's just not just the accessibility to like chocolate anytime you want it. It's cheap. Basically, it's cheap. It's, for us, it is. Or any kind of sugar, you know. But it's gotta be what they're putting in, what they're selling us at the supermarket. Because show me a person who's truly self-reliant, and I'll show you someone who is just eating like John the Baptist, like eating locusts and honey. I mean, they're just eating weird stuff out. And that's great. But not all of us, we rely on the supermarkets. Some people rely on fast food. People rely on convenience foods, canned soup, hamburger helper, box of pancake mix. I mean, we're eating these things, and you can't tell me that most people that you see are just sitting around eating all day long. So it's gotta be, I mean, a lot of people, I can see the obesity epidemic, I mean, very clearly where I live. And I also watch people, I love to watch YouTubers from other countries because it kind of feels like travel. And you can tell, like, the Korean YouTubers that I watch, the women, they are not built like I am. So some of it is genetics. Some of your body size is genetics. And a lot of it's what you eat and how much exercise you get. But then there's something else. I think there's something else. So, I don't know. I don't have anything to substantiate these claims, but it's just a gut feeling. And it's wounding my ego. it's wounding my ego to put these videos up. Because I spent so much time and energy and effort after I started hula hooping and started seeing the benefits. At first, when I started hula hooping, I did just do it for the novelty of it and learning the tricks and such. But then when I started seeing the benefits, I kept doing it. What in the world? Sorry, there's like a caterpillar in my house. Worms creep me out. Of all the insects, worms creep me out the most. But anyway, yeah, I kept hooping because I was seeing the benefits. And so it ended up that, yes, I was hooping for the novelty in the beginning, but then in the end, I was hooping for the benefits of exercise. I was also younger, and I also don't want to come across just like lazy or weird, because I know a lot of people have full-time jobs, and I feel like maybe more people before COVID had full-time jobs. And my kids were still in high school. Like, Kate had just graduated and Preston was like in the 10th grade whenever COVID happened. I think it was the 10th grade. Maybe the 9th. I don't remember. So I had kids at home. And so what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that I realize my life is different than you might expect it to be. And my life is different than I expected it to be. I expected to be like, I'd like to have a full-time job, by now. And I have not been looking. And I have not been looking for like, since Preston did what he did. And then I haven't been looking and then haven't gotten one. So I have not been looking. And watching these videos just makes me wonder, like, should I get a job? Is it okay for me to still be a homemaker? I'm not that good at it, I try, but I'm just not. Not with the state of the world, and our government in particular. And I'm just thinking that I need to give myself grace. But then I'm also thinking, is me staying here unhealthy? I don't know, but I've been thinking that today. That's what I've been thinking about today. But I think I've been thinking about that today and obsessing about that because I've been watching myself on the computer. I've been editing my videos. I've been seeing myself, and it's like, I don't like it. I don't like what I see. So how do I change it? I need small, actionable steps to change it. And have y'all seen our grass? It's brown. We need rain. We severely need rain. But anyway, I'm yammering. So I'm going to wash the dishes. I'm going to start dinner. And I may let Almond in. I put her outside with her big long chew bone, and I may let her back in. hamburger patty. I don't want to cook that tonight, so I did put it back in the freezer. I've heard that you're not supposed to refreeze meat. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me. But I did. So now I'm heating up the milk and the water because I am going to make hamburger helper, potato stroganoff. And I'm going to add green beans. I already added the water for the mushrooms. So you may see like little specks floating in there, but it's just mushroom parts. I'm going to add the mushrooms. I'm going to add the green beans. And I might add some sour cream, not sour cream, French onion dip, which is basically sour cream with seasoning. And because I'm adding the green beans in there, that's my vegetable. And that is what I'm going to eat for dinner. It's 5:30. I'm going to give the fat of this to the dogs at 6. So, yep, I will show you when it's all done. So it's done. I'm just gonna let it sit here for 10 minutes. And yep, then I'll eat. So this is my dinner. This is the bowl. And after I change my fork, I'm gonna continue sitting down there. Okay. Hi, baby. And I'm going to continue watching This Little Wonderful Life. And if you haven't watched her, I would 100% recommend. I highly recommend. I highly recommend Tiggy. 100% recommend Tiggy. So it's finally to the point in an evening where you can come outside. So I thought I would show you. These begonias, I think, were chewed up at the root by ants. Because there were ants in here, and I've just been letting this sit out in the sun, not knowing if the ants would go find somewhere else to live or what was going to happen. And I've been kicking the dirt around every so often, and no ants. Hi, baby. So I think it's safe to plant the begonias in there. This keeps getting, I don't know. Tell me if this happens to you guys. It just keeps getting caught and ripped up. It's probably because it's so windy here. Is it, Cora? So I've been showing you my morning routine on a typical day, so I thought I would show you my evening routine. It's about 8:30. I just did some outdoor chores. I'm gonna go take a shower. I just turned down the air. I leave it between 78 and 80 if I can stand it, to be frugal during the day. But yeah, now it's nighttime and I am going to go take a shower and cool off, get into my comfies, and take some more ibuprofen. That's my night routine.